Hi there, this is a quick overview of how to get started in RStudio Cloud, and so hope you're doing well. So first thing to do is to go to the website for posit.cloud, literally just posit.cloud. Posit is the company that makes RStudio, and so you go there. If you have any trouble with it, you can also Google for RStudio Cloud or Posit Cloud, and hopefully you'll reach a page where you can get started. And so you can click on Get Started, and we want to choose, of course, the free plan. We don't want you to have to pay for anything for this course. And then you can click on sign up and it'll give you a login screen. And so you can sign up. One of the easier ways to go might be to just sign up with a Google account, maybe associated with your CSGF email address or your personal Gmail. So you might want to do that. And so I'm going to log in using my account and I'll see you back in just a second. Poof, welcome back. And so most likely when you log into Posit Cloud for the first time, you will see almost like nothing here. It's just blank. Your content will be blank. I just have an RStudio project already. And so you'll be in your workspace. And what you want to do is to just start a new RStudio project to get started. I was going to say RStudio product. That would be quite an undertaking, wouldn't it? And so if you open it up, then it will give you, after loading and loading and loading, good old trusty RStudio interface that you have come to love, hopefully. And so here we are. Now, it works very much like your standard RStudio, which is the good news. The challenging news, though, is that you will be working in an environment where all the files have to be saved on the cloud, where RStudio Cloud can access it. So something that's different about RStudio though here is that you're not going to be able to connect directly to folders on your machine. You will want to make sure that everything you work with, including your datasets and R codes, code files, are saved in this project subfolder within this cloud account. And so what happens is that, let's say you wanted to just set working directory, which is a very good thing to do. You will notice that the default is typically set to the project subfolder within the directory cloud. And there really aren't that many options, but there's no way for you to set a working directory directly to your hard drive. And so what happens is that if you haven't gotten project as the main subfolder, please do make sure to set the working directory there. You can go to upload here. And then you can upload files, for example, .r files, so our script codes or your data sets manually to this folder. And you'll begin to see it here populated in the files area of RStudio. So you can kind of see what's going on here. You could also organize your files by creating a new folder and so on. So you can work here, but everything you will have to upload manually to this project subfolder on RStudio Cloud. And so what I've done is just upload the R script code. And so you can now go to open file and find it as you would a typical file. Let's say that you then save the file as something else. And then it should appear here. You can click on this refresh button to see it here. And let's say you wanted to download it to save to your machine, then you can go to export. Now, if you try to export multiple files, it's going to try to do a zip file. So sometimes it might be easier just to do it one by one. But you can click on the export files and then download it to your machine. And so the one challenge you have here is that you will have to constantly upload and download files off of the project subfolder within the RStudio Cloud. Make sure to name your project as you get started, and you can use the import dataset and packages and everything that you need as you would in a typical RStudio fashion. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to try to help as much as possible. Now, please note that RStudio Cloud is pretty new to us. We haven't used it historically because we know that it's not as versatile and unlimited as RStudio installed on your machine. But as of late, we are noticing that R and RStudio have versioning issues that are making it difficult for some students to run them on their machines. And so we're exploring RStudio Cloud like this as an alternative. And so we'll try our best to help you out. And so hope this is helpful and enjoy getting started in RStudio Cloud. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.